Welcome back, everyone. Today we're kind of going over the way our plants are looking. Everything's been planted for at least a week now. Um, Giving you all kind of an update. Just starting off with the seed tray, the starter seed tray. From this white marker this way is all of our watermelons. And of the 33 that were planted, 12 didn't come up. So, not the greatest germination rate, but still, that's 26 plants that did come up. I did count them. There's 26. So, I'm not going to complain. They did sprout. They did come up, and we will have watermelons. So, the one that I was a little disappointed in was our cowhorn okra, which I ended up planting all 50. I planted originally 36, and only about 8 of them came up. And in the slots that did nothing came up, I planted the remainder of the seeds that I had, and then another additional 2 came up. So I have a total of 10 plants, and 9 of them look like they're going to be okay. 8 of them look decent, but the 2, that one there looks like, the one up here looks like it might be okay. It might make it, but this little guy here just looks sick. Yeah, I'm not very high hopes on that one. So of 50 seeds, only 10 came up. That's not a very good rate. So say I'm a little disappointed, but hey, I got 10 okra plants. If I have 8 okra plants by the time it's all said and done, I'll be happy. That's 8 more than I had before I started. So I'm going to keep optimistic about this. Um, Maybe 8 okra plants is the perfect amount for me to be able to keep up with, keep harvested. And so being our first year, set the bar low, and we got room to improve. So I don't know if I'm going to replant, if I'm going to order more of these cowhorn seeds. And again, I'm definitely going to save seed off a couple of these plants, um, just so I can have maybe replant them again in a couple of years, just to see how good they do. But I am definitely going to next year plant the Silver Queen and see if I have a better turnout. And maybe if we do end up getting a greenhouse, I might replant next year some of the cow horns inside the greenhouse to see if maybe it's a little bit better on a second generation. I don't know. Um, this is all just a trial and error situation for me, I guess. But other than that, all the plants that really came up, minus those 2 okra plants and this one late bloomer here, the watermelon, they all come up. They're all shooting up really tall. Sometime in the next week, I'm going to be transferring these over to a little bit bigger cups because I believe some of these are starting to outgrow their little pod they're in. But other than that, this is kind of a quick update on the seed tray. We'll go ahead and move on over into the outdoor fields. First stop is the wheat field, and it is doing amazing. The crazy thing is, in late March, it started putting on heads, and these heads are massive. Put this in perspective. My hand is about 7 inches from middle finger to the base of my palm, and you can see here it's right at 5 inches long. This head here. I average head length was 4.5 to 5 inches, and I actually measured just actually several of them because I wanted to get a good just average. So to say I was impressed is an understatement. Next, we're going to move on to the sweet corn, which I don't know if I planted it too early, if it was too dry, or it got too wet, and just the sweet corn didn't come up. Of the 1,000 seeds that were planted, roughly 30 plants came up, which I'm not going to blame Haas Tool at all for that one. I do feel like it was something that I did. So maybe next year, with a little bit more experience, I might actually get it right and have a better germination rate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the sweet corn plants and try to consolidate them all into a smaller little patch instead of having the 14 or 16 rows that I planted. Condense them down to maybe 4 rows that are maybe 20 foot long rather than the 16 that are 100 foot long. So that's a good switch. And over to the Jimmy Red, which it got planted just a little over a week ago, and it is sprouting pretty decently. It's pretty consistent all the way across the field. So maybe it'll do a little bit better. I don't know. It's still just now emerging, so it's a little early to tell. So maybe here in another week or two, I can update another quick update video. And that's probably going to wrap it up for today's video. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so and hit that notification bell icon. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you haven't watched any of the previous Behind the Barns, which the last 3 came out on Sunday, Monday is whenever the Behind the Barn is going to start coming back out again. I'm going to shift it back from Sunday back to Monday. So be looking forward to that video when it comes out. Like I said, the Behind the Barn, if you haven't watched it, the last 3 videos, I kind of did a little mini series on faith and farming. It's a very good series. Got to talk to some very incredible people and had some really good interviews that I highly recommend. So, as always, I'd like to thank you all for watching. God bless you, and we'll see you all in the next one.